I recently made my basic guide to attacking for Rainbow Six Siege, and this is going to be a very similar video, but about defending, obviously. We're going to start off with operators again and how I would categorize them so that you can, it's easier for you to identify what your team needs at any given time. First, I'm going to start with disruptive operators. These people interrupt what the enemy team wants to do. It messes up their plans in some ways. This includes Mutant Bandit, who can stop thermite and breaching charges, really any electronics in their area. Castle knocks off windows and doors and makes it harder for the enemies to access it. Jaeger has his ADS device, which can stop grenades, fuses devices. Yeah, it's really good on the fuse device and grenades, especially with how good Glaz is at the moment. A lot of people want to use smoke grenades, and Jaeger just shuts that shit down. And then I also have Tachanka. I didn't really know where to categorize him, but I feel like putting him here just because it's a wild card, and at times he can really just throw a wild card into the mix, maybe shut down some windows. I don't know. I really don't know how people use him because I've never really seen him used well. Next, we're going to have intel operators. These people gather intel for the team. Generally, they gather intel for themselves, but in some cases, they gather intel for the team. Pulse, obviously, he has his little heartbeat sensor. He can find people and call it out to the team. Kavaira, I think is how you say her name. I'm not sure. She's the Brazilian operator who can interrogate people. Obviously, if you get a downed opponent, you can interrogate him. Very good. It marks everybody. Next, we have Echo. I thought about putting him in disruptive and trapping. He really fits every category. He has his little drone that can stun people and also just drive around and get intel. Valkyrie has her cameras. I think this is one of the best, probably the best intel operator in the game, because she can be used even when she's dead. As long as the cams are down, everybody on the team can use them and everybody can get intel from it. Mira has her black mirror devices that she can put on reinforced barricades. This is another operator I thought to put in disruptive and trapping as well, because you can break it and then shoot them. A lot of people break the Mira barricades just for the sake of breaking them, which is a very bad decision. But yeah, if you can use her Mira to disrupt thermite breaking in, you can use it to trap people. Like, it's really good. And obviously you could just get intel from it. Next, we're going to have the trapping operators. This includes Kapkan, Frost, and Smoke. Kapkan and Frost are very simple. Like, you either walk into the laser or step on the bear trap and you die or are downed. And then Smoke, I put him as trapping just because in ranked, a lot of people like to play slow and hit the site at the very last second. And a well-timed smoke bomb can really just deter them from pushing in and really just make them lose the round outright. And next, we're going to have Aid. These, I didn't really know what to put in other categories, so I just made them in their own category. Rook has his vests that protect the defenders. The attackers can also pick them up, so you really want to pick up all the vests, and if the people aren't picking up the vests, destroy them when the round starts. And then finally, we have Doc. He can boost people's health and also revive them if they are down. Like with the attackers, you want to balance team composition. Too much of one thing can be bad, and not enough of another thing can be bad as well. So you really just want to balance team composition, fill the gaps. I would say 2 disruptive, maybe 1 trapping, and then some intel operators. Don't really care too much about the 8 operators. They can be very good, but I don't think it's necessary to win the round. Next, we're going to get into how you should play the game. First of all, you're going to have to reinforce the site and try to kill drones during the drone phase. If you are playing bomb, do not reinforce the walls between bomb sites, because then that can outright just win the attackers around if they get the bomb down. Whereas if you leave those walls open, you can fight back against the attackers, even if the defenders on that site lose their life. This is very basic. Just put up walls, put your gadgets down. It's not very hard to reinforce the site. It's pretty simple in most cases. And next, we're going to talk about what you want to do after you've reinforced. Oh, one little note about barbed wire, actually. You want to put this on doorways and in hallways to cut off the areas they can enter. Like I said before, people like to wait until the last minute to try to play the objective sometimes. And a well-placed barbed wire can outright lose them the round again. I've seen it happen several times, especially in ranked, just because the timer is low and people play their life a lot more. And it also stops people from, like, jiggle peeking the door constantly, just like strafing back and forth in between the door. If there's barbed wire there, they get stuck and you can easily kill them. Time is your friend if you're a defender. If the time runs out, you win the round. So you want to just play your life as much as possible, I would say, and really force the attackers to work very hard to get the kills. If you give them easy kills, they're going to win the round. But if you force them to work for all the kills and make them waste their time, I think you have a much better shot of winning the round, just because a lot of people are not very good at making decisions when there's like 15 seconds left in the round. And if you are good at making decisions, you calm, the time is on your side, you can easily win the round based off that. I think many new players think everybody should sit in the site, and this is not true. Obviously, you need some people in the site, but having everybody in the site is actually a bad decision, because the attackers can attack from above, below, and the same level. Like, they can attack from so many different locations that you want to spread out your defenses a bit and cover multiple areas of the map and make them have to fight for those areas. Like, if they could just attack from above for free, they're going to do it, and there's no reason that you should just give them that advantage. Except some people take this as like I should just run around the map, which is not true. There's roamers, and I'm gonna make a separate video on that topic because I can go much more in depth with it in this video. If I included that in this video, it'd be like 15 minutes long or some shit. But yeah, you want to spread out on the map, cut off like different locations that they could enter from. This doesn't mean just like go across the map and be useless. But you want to cut off different locations. Maybe you sit above the site just to stop people from attacking there. And then if you see, okay, no one's attacking here, but they are attacking on this floor, you can flank them and easily get kills and make things a lot easier on your teammates. That's why I was saying if you're in the site, you really need to play your life. Use cameras early on in the round and try to spot people for your like roamers and just outside defenders. That way they have an easier time getting kills and they could save your life. Like if you are in site, I think you should just play your life 100%. Get callouts, try to get your teammates to flank them. And don't try to force kills. Forcing kills is very bad as a defender because it makes people make bad plays. The attackers generally have better weapons than you, so they're going to win gunfights. You need to win gunfights based off positioning and just like the advantage that they have to come to you, obviously. Some people at the start of the round will shoot out at the attackers, like they'll shoot from the building outside, or they'll just go outside and try to fight the attackers. This can be effective if you know what you're doing, but it's also risky. I don't think this should be your main strategy to win, but I think it is very helpful. A lot of people hate it. But I think it is helpful and that you should definitely employ it at some times just to keep the attackers on your toes. Maybe leave this to the more experienced players, but like at times people are going to give away free deaths, so it's not good. But just the like fact that they have to cautiously move around on the outside of the map, you just take so much of the map from them. And that's what I feel like you want to do as a defender, is just take so much area on the map that they have to fight for everything and waste their time. So if they are scared of you coming outside and fighting them, or not you, but like a theoretical teammate, then they have to play much more cautious, so they are more likely to waste time. So yeah, I don't like get mad at your teammates for doing this. Obviously, if they're doing it every round and they're not getting anything, or like all of them are doing it, it's bad. But if one person does it every now and then just to like keep the operators on their toes, like I said, it can be a very good play, and it can really just win you rounds just because of how much extra time they have to take droning out areas and making sure they are safe. Shielders can be very annoying to deal with as a defender, and they aren't even the main threat. Generally, a shielder is working with another attacker, and he's just baiting the shielder so he can get free kills on you. Be aware of this. It's very just difficult to deal with shielders. The main way to deal with them is flanking them. So like you distract and then maybe another teammate in the site has a crossfire or somebody comes in from outside the site. There's various ways that you could flank. And or nitro cells. Nitro cells that some operators have can just blow the shielders up and it's very easy. But yeah, when you're fighting a shielder, try to don't get tunnel visioned on him because there's probably another attacker that's trying to shoot you and protect his shielder. You really just want to flank them, call them out, and get your teammates to help you with them rather than like spraying at them and wasting your ammo or trying to like run up and knife them, which can work sometimes, but I don't think it should be like your go-to strategy to deal with a shielder. Maybe if the opportunity presents itself, you take it. But yeah, you really just don't want to get tunnel visioned on the shielder because they generally are not the main threat. I think that's going to do it for this video since I am making another video on roaming, which will be much more in depth because that's generally how I play as a defender and have played since the beta, so I have a lot of thoughts on that and how a lot of people actually play that position wrong. So yeah, what you want to do as a defender is just be as hard as possible to kill, be as hard as possible for the enemies to take map control. You really just want to force them to fight for everything while keeping your life and make them waste their time. Like I said, the time is your friend. They are under pressure when the time limit is expiring, and you are not. You will win the round if the time limit expires as they lose. So they are generally going to make bad decisions under pressure, whereas you could just be calm and knowing that the win is in sight. So yeah, thanks for watching this video. Please comment down below what you thought and subscribe for more Rainbow Six Siege videos.
Protect the biohazard container. 15 seconds. Op 4 eliminated. Mission successful.